Hey guys, welcome to our new video. Today we are changing the control arm on 2004 Toyota Corolla, and that's the easiest way to check if you have a bad control arm or not. Just put your feet over there, right, and try to move it. You can see the play in the tire. It means your control arm is bad. So let's take the wheel off and start the changing. And the second easiest way is to grab your tire in 3 and 9 position and try to move it. Try to push it from one side and pull it to other side. If you can feel any play, then it's probably your bad control arm. After taking out tire, you can see the crack in the rubber. That one. So that's our control arm. So that's your control arm, and that's how the rubber right now it's cracked. So that's why we have to change it. So to change it, we have to open 3 screws. I'll show you. So to open these up, that's a 19 mm screw. You can use a 19 mm socket to open this, and the down there, that one is also 19 mm, and that one we're gonna use 3x4 to open this up. So before opening, let's put some WD-40 on them so that they can come off easily.
Control. It doesn't look like it's gonna just fall out. So here's a screwdriver to help it. All right, so we got that out. Here we go. It's coming. So now this one's all busted out here. And then, like the new one's looking good. And the old one's looking bad. See the difference? And I think the other side's actually worse. And then this one, this portion actually looks okay. And I just want to make sure everything lines up here. As far as it's all good. So that lines up, and that lines up. So it looks like the right parts. All right, so now we're gonna put on the control arm, but I'm gonna give you down here, when this was put on before, with the bolt, it went up here and it compressed everything together. Just put it in here, preferably before you put some lube in there, because what you're going to want to do is just lube everything up so everything slides in good, and clean it up, get all the rust out, and put a little anti-seize on there. Lock it in there. Come up with your screwdriver. And what you want to do is you just kind of lift up on it. Bend it a little bit. Bend it back up. And a little bit better. Look at that. I'm using my hand to get that thing in there. So we're just going to put our 19 millimeter here. And do the same thing, just kind of bend it out a little bit. That way it's just a little bit easier to install. See how that moved just a little bit? And that's all we needed was a little bit. So let's see if we can go ahead and get this in. So that wants to go in, and that'll want to go in. All right, so the nut's on. Put a little lube up there. Shove it in. That one's tight. Put the 19mm wrench on the top to hold it. Tighten it up. I'll torque these once everything's put in, but right now we're just going to leave them tight. So now we go in, and if you can see right there, it wasn't drilled properly, so I need to grind just a little bit off of this so I can get that bolt started. Otherwise, I'm going to cross. Yep, still not quite. Oh. Yep, that's it. That's all I needed to do right there. So that one's in. That one's in. That one's in. Two of them are 19s, and the third one's a 17. But you know what? This was cheap. It was 80 bucks. Oops. For 80 bucks, I can do a little grinding. All right. Okay, so then we're going to put the nut on. Tighten it down. Then we can put the top together. All right, so there's the hole. There we go. There's the powder key. So on this one here, everything went fairly simple. Everything's in, ready to go. I'll torque it once I get the other side done, and then with that said, I'm on my way to the other side to do the other side.